If you've ever had that feeling where you know something is wrong, but you can't explain it, this is for you. Realizing something is wrong rarely happens instantly. Usually, it's a slow build up. Initially, you're ignoring the signs, you're explaining things away, you're feeling mentally off, and you're trying to act normal. You start feeling different from yourself. You're feeling emotionally unfamiliar. Like, what's going on here? Your reactions keep changing. Your energy is shifting strangely. And your thoughts are getting louder and faster. And because of this, an internal disconnect develops. You keep explaining it away. The stress, the lack of sleep. Oh, I'm just tired. You are trying to, you keep, you keep trying to rationalize all this emotional instability. And you keep avoiding the possibility of this, of something being deeper than this, like something deeper is happening. Other people notice before you fully do. It starts with your friends and family. So your friends and family, they start reacting differently, and you get comments from them and from people online. If you've posted anything online, like comments like, "Are you okay?" And you are left feeling misunderstood because you have this whole defensiveness. You're like, "Dude, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm okay. Everything is fine. There's nothing wrong with me. It's all good." And because of this, your internal confusion starts to grow. If this is hitting you, like and subscribe so this actually reaches the people who need it. The fear starts hitting. You start realizing, man, this isn't temporary. And you have this fear of losing control. And you start feeling mentally unsafe. Then you start having thoughts like, oh my God, what's happening to me? And it's really crazy, right? And then you have this, like this strong emotional overwhelm. Yeah, that's what it is. This story is when I experienced my full blown manic phase in 2022. I think it was October end or the beginning of November 2022. Everything was going haywire. I was acting out. I was behaving totally erratically. I was talking so fast, and I was talking. Many people told me, dude, you're talking too much. And that was a time when, in the beginning, I didn't know, I didn't realize what was going on. And slowly I was getting that understanding of something is wrong here. And what happened was, I was not sleeping. I was sleeping like, let's say, 20, maybe maximum of 30 minutes a night, every single night for almost a month. And even with that, I was walking about 25 to 30,000 steps a day. My usual step count was around 7 or 8,000. So that's like almost four times, a 400% increase in just physical activity, walking. And back then, I was a fitness and nutrition coach who just stopped that and started doing something about lifestyle nutrition coaching. So I was losing grip on that reality as well. I was talking about so many things, and I was talking about, I believe, was world peace. This is what I was talking about. And it was really confusing because I don't know why I was doing all these things. I was talking to random people on the street. I was giving everybody hugs. And because of my friendly nature and over the top confidence, Everybody thought I was just normally, naturally that friendly. I mean, I am friendly, I am extroverted as a person right now. And back then it was over the top. It was like I would just randomly hug people I didn't know, and they couldn't say anything, or they wouldn't say anything, maybe because they were scared of me because I was probably bigger than all of them. So I don't know what was the real cause, but that was so scary. It was really confusing at that time to not understand what was going on. I knew something was wrong, and I was talking about a lot of things. I was talking about Dragon Ball Z. It was something I grew up with, so I knew everything inside. So I was talking about Dragon Ball Z, the characters, what the characters did, and how they relate to people in the real world, how the characters are related to my life somehow, even though they're all fictional characters. So this is what I was spouting all the time. I was talking about all of this crazy shit, and of course, I love Dragon Ball Z. I still love Dragon Ball Z. I'm a big ass anime fan. But the stuff I was saying was totally outlandish and totally far fetched. So that's what it was. And that was the time I remember. Every single day, because I post a lot of videos on my Instagram, and I posted videos on Instagram talking about this every single day. And believe it or not, I reached the maximum number of stories you can post in a 24-hour period, and I reached that in about 1 hour, less than an hour maybe, because I was talking. I was talking non-stop. That was excessive talk, which came with the high state, the manic phase. I was talking so fucking much, and I reached over 100 slides, like 203 slides on Instagram. The story slide bar, it disappeared, but then after a while, when Instagram could process them, it pushed about 100 of them back into the archive, and about 100 stories were there. I legit counted every single thing because my mind was going so fast, racing thoughts, flight of ideas. I just tap, tap, tap. I counted the 100. I remember one of these stories. I legit told people, man, I'm mentally ill, I need help. I kept smacking my head, and I was like, holy fuck, I'm mentally ill, I need help. And nobody helped me, or nobody knew what was going on, because here in India, mental health is not something that people have awareness about, and there's a lot of stigma around it, which is why when I did the research to make this YouTube channel, I didn't find anybody, especially any Indian, talking about their life or building a life with bipolar disorder. So this was so fucking crazy, right? And all of this happened, and I was like, man, I know something is wrong. I need to do something about this. And I couldn't stop myself. I was saying the things I was saying, even though I knew they were crazy, and I knew those things weren't something that I would say, or it wasn't me who was saying those things. It was my brain that just kept going on and on and on. So that was crazy. And but I'm so lucky, and I'm glad that someone from my society called the cops on me. And because they did that, the cops realized that it's some kind of a mental disorder. So they called the rehab, they called Kadabums. And Kadabums came, they like 5 or 6 guys came one night, one morning actually. I was sleeping in the mornings. So went to sleep at 4 or 5, and they came around 5:30, and they woke me the fuck up, and it was like 6 guys above me. When I woke up, I was like, oh shit, 6 bearded dudes. I thought they were going to rape me. I was screaming. I was like, fuck, save me. So these guys are trying to rape me and shit. All of these things I yelled out because I was in the high state, the manic phase. So this was something crazy that happened to me. And they asked me to come along with them. I said no. And because I thought they're going to take me away and lock me in some kind of an asylum. That's what I thought at the time. Little did I know that Kadabums and the rehab and the short term rehabilitation program would actually help me so much to bring me to this level where I'm at right now, which is grade 6, or emotional awareness or emotional insight. So I love this. I love the fact that everything happened to me the way it happened to me. And they tied me the fuck up. They took me into the hospital van, and they took me to the rehab. And that was back in November 2022, and I came out of rehab on Feb 3rd, 2023, and now everything is good. I'm all good. So I love the fact that I'm able to talk about this now. I hope this helps you identify if something like this is going on with you and someone you know, maybe in your family or something. And I hope you get the help you need. Here's a shift for you. Realizing something is wrong with your mind can feel terrifying, but awareness is also the beginning of understanding. Here are some micro actions that you can take to probably fix this. You got to start paying attention to repeated emotional patterns, and you got to notice what keeps feeling off consistently. And you must talk honestly with someone you trust, preferably a parent if they're not toxic. But the reason most people feel parents are toxic is because they don't communicate with them, or a professional if that's what you require. And remember, you're not alone for feeling confused by your own mind. Thank you for watching.